Good morning, hello everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy and today is the 16th of December. I am out here with Sprocket. Sophie's asleep inside. There's a few people mowing and sawing and a few different noises, so hopefully it doesn't interrupt us too much today. So I'll close my eyes, guys. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe, hit those like buttons, guys, and the bell notification so you know when my videos pop up. Here's Sprocket, he's come to say hello. He likes to be, they've just had a bone, so he's pretty tired. So he's already eaten it, so there shouldn't be much crunching today on the video. So I'll close my eyes, guys, and we'll get started. Oh, and of course, China's releasing their information now about how many people have been dying with the CV virus. Did you guys hear the latest on that? I think originally it was 37, wasn't it? Since they unlocked everybody and released everybody and let them free. Oh no, apparently it's 60,000 people have died with CV virus apparently in that short period of time. I do find that an extremely high number. You know, you do have to question China a lot, don't we? 60,000. That figure doesn't even sound real, does it? Let's scare everybody to death, because that's going to work very well with a lot of the sleepwalkers, that's for sure, isn't it? This is just insane, guys. How is this happening? I just don't get it. Anyway. Alright, let's close my eyes, we'll get started, and we'll see what comes up for the 16th of January. I hope I said January, did I? Alright, let's see what... It's the 16th of January anyway. I'm still stuck in December sometimes. Alright, let's see where we go. Oh, here's my big boy. I'm just getting people are regaining their power. They're getting stronger. We know they're going to be fighting back. That's what we keep hearing. They're going to be fighting back, trying to get their freedoms back, their old lives back. Oh, we know where it's all headed. No, it isn't good, is it? Sorry, guys. My dogs are always... You know, Sprocket, he's always got to be in on the video. I do love my big boof. Oh, no, I love you too. Alright, let's see where else we go. They are. It's showing me people like doing weights in the gym. They're getting stronger and stronger. And this is the sleepwalkers of people waking up. They're really getting ready for that battle and that fight. Again, they're preparing. I keep saying they're doing their... Sorry about the sawing, guys. I can't do it inside because my daughter and that's inside because it's school holidays here. So I have to shoot it outside today. So excuse the sawing in the background. Hopefully you can still hear some birds. I know you guys all love the birds. So I'm getting that people doing their weights. They're preparing, they're getting stronger. And this is stronger mentally, ready to tackle and face their government. Right. Because people just want to be heard. They want to be heard. They don't want to be dismissed by their government anymore. They're sick of it. And this is what's been happening for the last 3 years. Completely ignored by your government. God, we know how that feels, don't we, guys? We've all been ignored by our government. We still are being ignored by our government because we're useless to government, but we wear that patch with pride, don't we? All right, let's see where else we go. God, I'm getting this... The guides are just saying, like, sometimes we just have to allow. We just have to allow things to happen. Sometimes we just get... I know on this channel, guys, we just get so frightened and fed up with the BS and garbage that we're being fed by the media, by the government leaders, and we know they're lying through their backsides, but we have to just allow this to play out because the guides keep saying it's playing out. Don't worry, they keep saying people are going to realise this soon enough. It's going to happen really fast. I keep saying, you know, people will be standing up, say March, April, because they're going to get a big shock. We know all these global elites have flown, I'm sure, in their private jets to Davos in Switzerland at the moment. And the WEF is having their great meetings and they're discussing our lives and how they're going to take us forward and save all the planet. And I actually posted something interesting on WEF this morning on my Facebook page. And instead of the CV virus little sort of warning thing that comes up, you know, if you want more advice on CV virus, no, I got the little tag underneath it saying, if you want to know more about climate change, please go and check out our website or whatever. So now we're getting like, they're even trying to make out the WEF is all about climate change, which we know it isn't. Oh my God, it's so frustrating, guys. that Facebook's even like fact checking all this crap on WEF. It drives me crazy. Sorry, sometimes I just have to have a rant. So, you know, we know this is all going on. Oh God, sometimes I just lose my train of thought, guys, because I just get so frustrated inside. I know you guys understand. So that's what is happening at the moment. We know we've got the WEF all going on with their BS and garbage. It just never ends, does it? All Sprocket's showing off because he knows the camera's on. He's funny. All right, hang on. Enough of that anyway. Let's see where else we go. Actually, I had someone out there asking me about Scotland today. Let's see if we get anything on Scotland. We always get the image of the Braveheart, Mel Gibson Braveheart, which really is about Scotland. I often talk about you guys being very brave over there. Let's see. Yeah, and I'm getting that the Celtic roots are... your Celtic roots in Scotland provide really good stability. So I feel like you guys are very grounded, you're very stable, you're very strong. You're very strong, not only physically, but you're very strong mentally. I feel like that's why we don't probably get a lot about Scotland, because I do feel like you're very strong mentally. If you had to fight and stand up for your rights, it's not hard for you to do that. I feel like you'd really come together if you had to. You may not have to. It's like I say, no news is good news, guys, on this channel. If I don't talk about you, that's a pretty good indicator. You can, that nothing's currently happening there or coming in that near future. So I get pretty good stability for Scotland. But again, I'm getting the rich get richer in Scotland. It's like everywhere else. The wealth are fast tracking to more wealth, basically. A lot of injustice there as well. You're going to get the climate change activists. I feel like Scotland, that's what's going to happen there. You're going to get a lot of these activists, supposed activists. On this channel, we call them out, and we actually call them actors normally, because it's like they're half acting to try and put the spotlight on these things in the media. It's almost like they're paid actors to highlight all the terrible climate change, and then they can arrest them, and then that scares everybody else off from standing up against all this absolute nonsense and garbage. So I am getting that in Scotland. You'll probably get a bit of the old activists, the actors. You're going to see that on your mainstream media, I think. Oh, Sprocket, he's always trying to get my attention. He's knocking me over, he's so big. That's what I'm getting for Scotland. Obviously a lot on climate change. They're going to be pushing that now where you guys are. The whole global warming issue, we've been talking about that's what they're going to focus on a lot this year, is the global warming and the digital currency. Don't forget, guys, to let me know what your views are about the reset and what could be left to come this year. I keep saying there's more to come. Last night I got this image, weird as it is, of these, I don't know, the guides just told me about these like igloo houses. They're like affordable housing, but they're these little houses for the homeless. I just got this vision of these like little, they're like little igloos that they just pop up, and these like igloo villages. I don't know if it's true, but that's just an image I got. You guys might be getting some things too, but it's total madness. Like, what more can they hit us with? So if you've got any suggestions, I try to get as many images and things that I can to share with you guys, but really, is there anything left? We know it's the one world everything that the WEF comes together to save us all from ourselves, apparently. But anyway, let's see where else we go today. Oh yeah, I'm getting, oh God. There's going to be a lot more franchises popping up, but we know these franchises, this is business-wise, this is globally, these franchises, you know, if you think of McDonald's or, you know, Jim's mowing service, all these kind of things that, you know, pop up. There's going to be more of these franchises happening because they want us all working for big corporate. We know that this is going to become the new thing, the franchises, but they're not going to kind of work as franchises, because I think with franchises, didn't you used to buy it as an actual business? I'm not quite sure how franchises exactly work, but what we're going to see is it's all that big corporate, and it's going to filter down to the little people, and the little people will be working for big corporate. Because as we know here, they're trying to get rid of small business. They don't want anyone running independently. They want everyone working for example, Amazon, and places like that. So this is there's gonna be the tiered system in the business world. Well, that's an area that they're definitely gonna touch. We knew they were trying to wipe out small business, but that actually could be one of the things moving forward. They're gonna create the tiered system in the businesses. This is really the pyramid, the old pyramid Ponzi scheme, which seems to be going on globally, but this is going to happen with the businesses. Everyone's going to only be able to buy these specific kind of, well, I'll call them franchises because we can all associate with that, you know, like a Gloria Jeans franchise, or I don't think they exist anymore, do they? I don't know. But this is the kind of thing, a Starbucks, you know, you can buy one, but you're going to be working for us, basically. So everything we dictate, you're going to have to do, and you'll get a percentage, probably not much of a percentage. So I am just getting that at the moment. So that could be one of the things moving forward, the one world businesses, and pyramid, of course, where the little people make nothing out of it but work their guts out, because they want us all working and working and working. So I'm definitely getting that, as they're going to touch on a lot of the businesses and really try to take them down this year, which is going to happen. Gosh, I just went to Woolies again, guys, and I did another shop. We often talk here, you guys, about the cost of groceries and shopping, and of course they use the old because it's flooded. You know, you can't get access to lettuce and tomatoes and potatoes and all this kind of stuff. So that's the latest thing here. There's a shortage of potatoes, apparently. Even though McDonald's has now just brought out their potato scallop, and a lot of the fish shops are only got limited amount of the little tiny fish shops. Yes, they've been interviewing them. They are only allowed a certain couple of bags of potatoes, but McDonald's can have whatever it likes. So this is an example of what's starting to go on, rather, around the world globally. The injustice, looking after big corporate but taking down the little guy, the little fish and chip shop, local fish and chip shop, can't have potatoes for their potato scallops. Go figure. How's McDonald's has to have the monopoly on everything? They make hash browns and all that, but no, they've got to have potato scallops now. So this is kind of what everything's coming to. But like I was getting back to, I went to Woolies, did another shop, and things have gone up again. I can't believe it. I keep whinging here. I never used to worry much about the cost of groceries. It wasn't really an issue. I'm sure most of you are the same. Things are going up by $1 again. I noticed things that were $5 something last week are now $6 something. They're not going up by 10 cents. They're going up by like $1 each item. And if you keep adding that onto your groceries, that's nearly $50 or $150. You guys, I know, would be feeling it as well at the grocery store. And this is happening still with everything. So everything's still going up. I can't believe, guys, that people aren't marching in the streets and fighting back against government, at least here in Australia. No one's doing anything. They're just accepting it. These sleepwalkers and people in the bubble denial suits just like, oh, well. And I would say, personally, they're still at the bus stop waiting for government to save them and give them that helping hand and pull them out of all the financial and economic crisis and collapse that's happening. But it's not going to happen. Government is not going to come and save these people. We know it, and I tell you what, they're going to know it very soon. When all their bills start piling up, when the mortgage, they get behind in their repayments and all this kind of thing, that's when the shit's going to hit the fan. And I keep saying that because it's coming. It's coming. It's coming in about a month. People are going to freak out because they'll realise that this is continuing. It's continuing all through 2023, even into 2024, I keep getting. So, you know, no wages going up though. No. So pretty much everyone's just, our lives are going down the gutter, basically. And people are just standing there watching it, watching all the water flow into the gutter, all our money just flowing into the gutter. Everybody, like, how are people not standing up to this crap? I don't get it, guys. I honestly don't. Okay, let's see where else we go. I'm just getting frustrated now. Cool. I just can't believe they're not doing anything. I know you guys are the same. Let me know down below where you guys are at with your thinking, because how can they not be standing up at this point? We've had 8 interest rises here in Australia. I know you guys are getting it as well. It's complete madness. Anyway, all right, let's see what else we got. In Sweden. Hang on, let's see what we get. God, I'm getting that. In Sweden, a lot of people have been documenting things. I feel like people are documenting a lot. Now, this could be around doctors standing up, it could be around vaccine injured, but I am getting there's a lot of documentation. I feel like in Sweden there's going to be a few big legal battles maybe against the narrative, and that's just what I'm getting. I'm getting that for Sweden. Interesting. I'm just getting that you might have some big truth movements coming together in Sweden. That's just what I'm getting, Martin. Let us know if that's happening. You did confirm, thank you very much, that there were some protests around the jab. So fingers crossed these movements. There's a lot of documentation, and whenever you think of documents and people writing things down, that's usually when lawyers are involved. So I'm seeing that for definitely Sweden. We're off to New Zealand. Hang on, let's see what we got for New Zealand. God, for New Zealand, I'm getting these words: high functioning, dysfunctioning, meaning New Zealand's not functioning very well at the moment. There's a high level of dysfunction in New Zealand because people are confused, people are overwhelmed, people feel like Jabsinda's backtracking. She's trying to fix mistakes and things that she's done wrong in the past. We know that she's done a shitload wrong in the past. God, you only have to play the tapes back. Wasn't it one of you, was it you, Pam, saying how Jabsinda said all this BS, and it ends up not being true? Of course, we knew that would be the case. So I am getting that. There's this, I guess you could say there's a lot of disharmony in New Zealand at the moment in the people. And we know why. That's just what I'm getting. She doesn't have the support of the people in New Zealand. Jabsinda doesn't have the support of the people. They're turning their back on her. Oh God, we're all turning our back on everyone, aren't we? Globally, all our leaders, we just had enough. Let's see where else we go. God, it's showing me all these leaders, right? We've got Elbow, we've got Trudeau, we've got everyone, Macron, the whole lot. And they're all trying to climb the ladder of success. We know that they are. They're all Elbow's trying to push everyone off the ladder, blah, blah, blah. But it's showing me the ladder's got really greasy, like really slippery, that they're all starting to slip and fall. We talked about Biden the other day on a really slippery slope. He's on a very slippery slope. I think he's actually going to hit rock bottom pretty soon and hit the old sand pit like at the playground. If you think of a play slide, he's going to hit the sand. But this is what I'm getting for the leaders. Everything's becoming really slippery now. It's like the pole, the ladder's got grease or oil or something on it, and they can't get a grip. So as much as they're thinking they're just going to roll out their wonderful reset and it's all going to be perfect, it's showing me now, that they can't get a grip on how to move this forward without waking everyone up. It's getting really slippery for them. It's not easy. It's not easy to hit people this hard with all their BS and garbage and not wake people up. How do you do that? Put them in a mass psychosis. I'm thinking that worked for them last time. I wonder if they can do that again. Just saying. I personally hope they don't do it, but we know they're good at doing it. So I am getting now that it's very slippery. A lot of the things they're trying to implement aren't getting off the ground. This is what I'm getting. This is so good. They're showing me that they can't get to that first rung with a lot of things they're trying to implement. And this might be some of the things moving forward that we're going to hear of very soon. I'm guessing after Davos in Switzerland that we're going to hear all about all the new wonderful things. Because you know what we're like. We just sort of magnetise the information and it sort of lands in our lap, guys, doesn't it? We get visions and we sense things. But it's funny how the information seems to come to us first. We see it with those crystal glasses I always talk about. And so that's what I'm getting. I'm just getting that that a lot of things aren't going to take off as well as they think they're going to be received. And that's why I think we're going to get the stand-ups in March and April. It's going to take a little bit of time, but then once people see the truth, because it's getting to the point now, and we've been following this reset for probably 3 years, guys, most of us watching this channel, and then we know there's little bits trickling out. Look at Oxford trialling the 15-minute cities, and you know the Moderna factories are built now. There's a lot of little things going on everywhere globally. But now, all these people in the bubble denial suits, they're going to have to start to face their reality. They've been denying it, looking away, pretending it's not real, don't want to be a conspiracy theorist and be in the category as us. but they're going to have no choice now because it's all landing on their bloody doorstep. Government's ringing their doorbell and delivering their lovely packages, probably their Amazon packages of information. But that's what's happening. It's being delivered to their doorstep. But I don't think it's going to be so well received because it sounds like these global leaders can't get things to sort of take off and climb that ladder of success because they can't sort of get things off the ground. Yay! This is really good. Let's see where else we go. Oh, I'm getting England. England, you're racing away with it at the moment. I told you sushi was going to be getting it all happening for you politically. I feel like England's really lifting its game. You guys are doing very well over there. We're very proud of you in England. And Wales as well, Louise, in London, UK. I do feel like your power is very strong. It is. I told you, Sushi's a very clever man. He knows how to implement these things without making the people stand up. Plus you've got good distractions with the royals and the Harry and the everything, Charles coming, coronation and all that coming. So there's this, there's a busyness and a vibrational like energy, but I do feel like you guys are ahead in the reset stakes, I would say. It's almost like they're showing me a visual. They're showing me a visual of Sushi and Klaus like high-fiving, like, yay, we're doing really well, like that high five. Ugh. So Klaus must be very proud of Sushi and how he's going about all of this, introducing the red carpet rollout to England. So that's what I'm getting. You're actually doing quite well over in England. Which is not music to our ears, guys, is it? We don't want to hear those things, but anyway, we knew it was coming. All right, let's see what else we get. God, I keep getting people. I'm getting like people are needing first aid. God, we know what this would be around. When I'm thinking of first aid, I'm thinking of jab reactions. I'm thinking of jab injuries. I'm thinking of people needing help to get through their ailments and things that have been created by the jab industry. They don't want to keep doing this. They don't want to keep moving forward. They don't want to have heart problems anymore. Imagine if you're a young athletic person, for example, that footballer recently that collapsed on that field in that live game. Funny. Can't hide these things, can you? And look at Lisa Marie Presley, like really, and now they're just saying, oh, that's because it's hereditary, it's in her family because Elvis had a heart attack. He had a heart attack because he abused his body and he was on the drink and the drugs and God knows whatever. I mean, she didn't look great at the end. I could admit she was probably taking stuff, but you know, we have a lot of questions, don't we? So I am getting this like first aid thing. People are starting to... This is not us, guys. This is the people who have had injuries or had been affected by these things, who have lost loved ones through the jab. We know there's an increase in heart attacks, strokes, all this kind of stuff. People getting affected, like my friend with the Bell's palsy kind of effects. A lot of things going on, and let alone blood clots. We won't even go there. But this is what's kind of happening now. The people are starting to realise, you know, we've got to fix this. And we know there's cardiologists speaking out. There's a lot of doctors coming forward. I posted that one on Karen Phelps, that Australian doctor, who's talking about why aren't we talking about the vaccine injuries, and talking to APRA and CDC and all that about why doctors have been silenced to not talk about this. So I feel like people are wanting to put band-aids on things, and they're starting to want to do that first aid to fix this. And I keep saying, Sophie, wait. Sorry, my dog's barking. And see, this is what I keep saying. I think, personally, that doctors and that are getting scared that their government's going to drop them in and the lawsuits are going to come to the doctors, and that's why they're wanting to group together and speak out. Because government's not going to want to take responsibility, even though, see, we know Big Pharma and everyone's exempt from this. We know that. Their clauses, they've ticked all the boxes that they don't have any responsibility if anything goes wrong in an emergency jab. So we know that government's not going to take the fall. So it's going to end up being, of course, the little people, being the doctors, etc., nurses, probably the pharmacists, because a lot of pharmacists were giving out the jab, weren't they, willy-nilly? They're not trained professionals, are they? So I don't know how this all worked. But anyway, in an emergency, you can do anything. But I know that they're getting scared now that these lawsuits are starting to come out. So that's why we're getting this, the Band-Aids and the first aid. People are wanting to fix things. That's why you'll get more doctors speaking out. I really believe that. I'm getting that song, of course, by, is it Thompson Twins? Doctor, doctor, can you see I'm burning, burning? Oh, doctor, doctor, da 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 da. We always have to get a song here on my channel for some reason. I don't know why. They just drop into my head and I just share it with you. Might mean something to someone, or maybe it's just in relation to what we're talking about. Music plays a big part on my channel, guys, if you're new here. Strange analogies and music. So that's what I'm getting, Doctor, Doctor. Let's see if there's anything else to close with today. God, they're showing me this image of people getting herded back in, and this is the sleepwalkers and people waking up and the people in the mass psychosis. The government, as we know, is still trying to herd them in like cattle and squeeze them into this like cattle yard. And they're trying to push, they're showing me the government trying to push the gate closed, but the gate's not closing. It's showing me that like all the people have swollen up in size and that it's almost bursting at the seams. The gate won't shut because there's like too many people. It's all sort of backfiring on them. We talked about Elbow's car the other day, backfiring and making those loud noises. Things are starting to backfire. They're not able to get, I would say, either people back into the mass psychosis or people just contained anymore. They're having trouble containing people. When I'm getting that image, that's what I'm getting. People don't want to be contained anymore. They don't want to be dictated to. They don't want their life taken over. They don't want to be in lockdowns anymore. And I'm guessing they're sick of being pin-pricked for the last 3 years. So that's what I'm getting. They just can't, governments just can't get that gate shut on the little people anymore. People are still breaking free. Oh God, let's hope so. Oh, I'm getting a John Farnham song now. Two strong hearts, reaching out forever like a river to a sea, running free. What's that song? Running free. Well, these people want to be running free. That's what I'm getting. It's a John Farnham song. He's an Aussie singer. Brilliant voice. I've talked about him before. He had the song The Voice at our Freedom Marches, actually. But this song's about two strong hearts. Oh, they need to get away from the prick and they'll have a nice strong heart, won't they? It's just crazy. Let me see if there's something else to close with today. Hang on a minute, guys. That's the song I'm getting for these people waking up. Running Free. I don't know what the song's called, actually. We'll have to go and look at it. It could be called Running Free. Let me see if there's something else for us. I'm just getting like we're a bit tired now. Like, see, we had our little holiday and the guides here gave us about a month off. And we sort of put our biker jacket back on and we've been sailing yesterday and just, we're sort of sailing along. And this is why we've got the steering wheel of the boat on our jacket now, the Braveheart Biker Freedom Fighter Maverick jackets. And we're just sailing along. But we're tired. It's like we've got this tired energy. But we've got to look at ways to rejuvenate ourselves now. And look, I know that we were talking here, was it Angie, Nikki, or was someone I was talking to here yesterday? And we were talking about the anxiety that a lot of us have been feeling. And look, that's really common for us at the moment. I think a lot of us are going through that. I was saying how I've had bouts of anxiety in the last few weeks. And I think it's the whole China releasing the virus. And, you know, these are the things we shouldn't be doing. But you can't help it. It just triggers things inside of you like, oh, no, here we go again. Oh, my God, are we going to get ostracised and vilified again? These are just natural triggers that we're going to go through, and it can make us very tired. We start getting restless, or we might not be sleeping right. You know, we've got to look at those things to help us to sleep and get a good night's sleep. Put our mind on things that are important to us, not waste our time and energy on things that aren't important. And we still have to keep that. It's not that you're keeping, actually, that's what I wanted to mention to you guys too. It's not that you're keeping positive all the time, because personally I believe that's impossible. I often talk about this book I read years ago called Thick Face, Black Heart, that's about that yin yang. You have to have balance in your life. You're going to have negative experiences, and you can turn them into positive, but you've kind of, it's by the negative experiences that you evolve as a person and you learn and you grow. Without that, life would sort of be boring. You wouldn't grow and evolve. So what I was going to say to you is there's this very good book on how not to give an F. He's making it into a movie, actually. Next time I do my video, I'm going to show you the book, How to Not Give a F. UCK, actually, is the heading. So I'm going to bring that book and show you guys, because it's a brilliant read about how to not give an F. And I think that's what we've got to stop giving an F about everything, all the drama to do with the jab and the whole everything and losing friends. And we've just got to keep moving forward now and not care about all this other stuff. Because we've managed to navigate this. So you've got to remember, we've navigated this for 3 years, guys. Whoa, that's a huge thing. I mean, I know you all have been doing it for 3 years. If you've been injured or mandated, welcome. That means you've woken up to the garbage that you've been getting fed. So this is what's happening, We've got to really keep strong in our beliefs and keep moving forward. And yes, we're going to have negative feelings. That's all normal. That's what I mean about the anxiety, getting back to that. It starts to creep in, but that's when you go and you distract yourself, or you get your mind on something else, or you keep busy, or you get creative. I always talk about passions and creativity and how important they are to healing your soul. So don't let yourself slip into that anxiety, guys, or that depression or that darkness again. A lot of us have been through these awakening processes like that have caused us to shift out of it, and we find joy now in beautiful things. Look, gardening, I'm always doing my gardening, and I'm out with my dogs, and you guys are the same. We do the things, even music. We play music. We play Chrissy's playlist, or the guide's playlist, hello, as you call it. And we listen to songs that take us back to sometimes some really wonderful memories. So we've learned how to navigate this, and that's what we've got to keep doing. When you get those little triggers or those anxieties and feelings rising up, address it, acknowledge it. There's nothing wrong with them. But no, you're not there anymore. And then go and do something else that's going to shift the way that you're feeling inside. That's how you do it, guys. But I understand that this is what we're going through a lot at the moment. See, they're all little tests. How far have you come, Chrissy? How far have you come? All you guys out there, these are little tests for us. Like, have we really mastered how to navigate this, That's how I see it anyway. And I'll bring that book and show you guys. It's really worth reading. It's such a good book. And now they're making it into a movie because it was such a success. How to Not Give a F. And that's what we've had to get like, haven't we? We've had to become the brave heart biker freedom fighting mavericks and rebels that don't give an F, really. That's the attitude I'm not saying that we go out hurting people and that, but we have to not care what other people really think about us, because at the end of the day, it's irrelevant. It doesn't matter what they think of us, because their journey's their journey and our journey's our journey. Let me see if there's something else to close with. Hang on. I think because we're talking about Scotland, I'm getting that song. If I could walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more, just to be the man who walked. What's that song? I like it, I la. If I could walk 1,000 miles, if I could walk 100 miles. I can't think of who sings it. You know the song, guys. I know that you do. That's the song I'm getting. So we could walk 1,000 miles. I think we're just getting that because we mentioned Scotland. Or are they Irish? No, they're Scottish, aren't they? I think they're Scottish. I'm just getting that song, meaning we could walk 1,000 miles, without flinching or getting tired. Even though we are tired, I know that we are tired, but I think we're just mentally tired. So I'm getting that song, which is a really up energy, vibrant song. It's such a great song, isn't it? Let me see if there's anything else. Hang on a minute, guys. Oh, they're giving me like 1,000 images. Hang on. Oh, let's pop. They're just kind of, the guides are saying to me, like, we just have to try to be the best version of ourselves. That's all we can be. Because we're here to shine our light. That's what the guides are saying. We're here to shine our light for people so people see the truth. It's not about us. It's not about... I mean, none of us here are the kind of people that put ourselves on a pedestal and all this kind of crap. We just want the truth to be heard and the truth to be known. And I think that's why we get that real frustration and anxiety, because it's like, God, when are you people going to see this? And that's how we honestly feel. I know a lot of you feel that way out there. Hang on a minute. It's like having a little meditation. Hang on, while I go through the jukebox, we'll have a little mini meditation, guys. Yeah, and I'm getting that song again by Madonna, that living in a material world, and I am a material girl. And I think we could all say that's really been the case. We've been living in a very materialistic world for many, many years, and we still are. Look at Instagram. Look at all the filters everyone uses. Kardashians, just saying. Oh my God. Has anyone seen Gwen Stefani's face lately? She's turned into a Kardashian. It's the saddest thing I've ever seen. So this is that material world. Everyone's caught up in this, trying to be something that they're not, but we're moving through that. This is what the Great Awakening is. It's getting back to basics, getting back to simple things, getting back to accepting ourselves. Hang on, there's one song trying to get through. Hang on. Oh, I don't know who sings it, but it's that song. You're beautiful, it's true. And I saw you there, standing there. You're beautiful. Who sings that? You're beautiful. I don't know. But anyway, if you think of it, I'm gonna leave you with that song today, because you are beautiful, and we don't need all the filters and everything to tell us that, guys. And we just have to stay true to ourselves and be beautiful. And that means being a kindly person as well. This isn't just about looks. This is about being kind and being understanding to others around us as well. So that's what I'm going to leave you with today. I'll say goodbye from Australia. Bye from Sprocket. He's asleep here. Sophie's barking up in the house. Oh, she's naughty, isn't she? Anyway, I'll say goodbye from Australia. Hit the like buttons, guys. And please feel free to comment down below. And I'll talk to you very soon. Oh, my God. Bye.